I'm Greta Lumies, currently serving as Chair of the Board of Directors of the CRC&A Canada. I've recently retired as an independent financial advisor, so I've been asked to speak today on other ways that CRC members can give to support the denomination. One of those ways of giving is through legacy giving. That term is becoming more familiar with us as we are encouraged to plan for our estates. We walk our legacy every day. People will remember us for our walk with the Lord as disciples of Jesus. But we have tangible things that we can do to enhance our legacy. One of them is to plan for what's going to happen to everything that the Lord has blessed us with during our lifetime. As responsible stewards of that, we need to plan for what's going to happen to all our stuff, if you will, when we're no longer here. That's legacy giving. That would mean that when you plan for what's going to happen to your estate, you include giving in that plan. The best way to do that is to have a will done. It's pretty common knowledge that over 50% of Canadians do not have a will in place. If that's you, that means that the government will dictate what happens to what you leave behind when you pass away. And we know for sure that none of it is going to go to the CRC Church or any other ministry that's close to your heart. When my husband and I did our estate planning, we realized that the one organization that was on the top of the list that we had supported all throughout our marriage was our local CRC church. Even though we moved around from one to another on a few occasions, the church was always the ministry that we supported most. We didn't want that to change as we were doing our estate planning. So what we've actually written into our will is that our estate executors will give enough away to a list of charities that includes the CRC so that the income from our RSPs and RIFs will be offset. The taxes will be wiped out. That means that they will have no check to pay to the government, but instead they will be writing checks to the charities that we have chosen to support. One of the other common ways to include legacy giving in your will is to include another child. If you have 3 children, set up your will as though you had 4. One of the common ways that this is referred to is the child called charity. So your 3 children may each receive a quarter of your estate, but a list of charities receives the other quarter of your estate. Legacy giving is important because of the process that you go through in estate planning. Most often, when you total up the value of your assets, it's very surprising what that bottom line number is. The other surprise, though, is how much of that will go to the government through taxation when you pass away. So legacy giving, even from the point of view of minimizing or wiping out taxes, is a stewardly thing to plan. We know that everything that we have belongs to God and that He's given it to us to take care of. So taking care of it, even through our estate plan when we're no longer here, is important to Him. Legacy planning has become very important, especially in the CRC. We've gone through a lot the last couple of years with COVID and with economic conditions being what they are. People are finding it hard sometimes to make ends meet. So their donations to their local churches and to the ministries of the CRC may not be what they would like them to be, but they want to be faithful in supporting those ministries because they believe in the work that is done. Legacy giving, though, remains in place. It doesn't go up and down as economic conditions change. Those legacy plans are there, and I know for a fact that many CRC agencies and ministries recently have been generously supported through estate gifts. This has been able to allow them to continue in their work even through turbulent times. The work of the CRC agencies is not work that we can do individually or even as local churches often, even as classes, churches that come together. A lot of the work of the CRC is done internationally and around the world by agencies like Resonate, like Reframe, and even ministries like Thrive that support the local churches now. We can't do those things on our own, and they are going to depend more and more on legacy gifts coming their way to continue the work that we can't do individually, but that we can do collectively. If giving to the CRC, whether locally or to its ministries and agencies, has been important to you throughout your lifetime, then it should also be important to you as you plan your estate. Take the opportunity to be informed about the opportunities that are available to you to continue in that support, whether it's over the long term or whether it's one last gift to these ministries and charities at your passing. It's important and it's the right thing to do.